For you, what is the future and what it will be? You saw in the movies, they describe into you in the past. They predict what it will be, but no one knows exactly when it would happen. But the past doesn't matter anymore. It's time to act and really know what the future is. Do you know what virtual reality is? Consists of sensory immersion in a new world, based on real environments or not, that has been artificially generated. In short, it is a new world, a new way of seeing a new life. Thanks to the new visors that we have invented, you are going to able to enjoy the world without having to go out to see it. You will be whoever you want, and you are going to be able to do whatever you could imagine. Let me talk about the components. Three-dimensional graphics that allow us to have a real prediction of what we see through virtual reality glasses. Stereoscopic techniques. This type of technique is what allows us to give depth and realism to three-dimensional imaging. It should not be confused and with any programming or hardware, but it is an effect that we can achieve with two parallel images, tricking the mind into this overlap and create the feeling of depth. Behavior simulation. The movements that a character will be followed are not predefined, but rather improvised and have multiple variables, so they are constantly evolving. Techniques for a total immersion. Virtual reality glasses have something very curious and necessary, such as insulation from the real world. So that a sensation of immersion and parallel reality that you live is as complete as possible. Hearing and sight being the sense that receive the most stimuli.
Okay, first, Sensorama. Morton Hailing develops the simulator that combines 3D image together with sound, wine, and smells to create an illusion of reality. The second is Headsight. Pilco Corp develops this project to consist of a helmet that incorporates a screen and has head position control. The project was used for military training. The Sword of Damocles. Ivan Sutherland describes the concept of a virtual reality for the first time. A couple of years later, together with his MIT team, he developed a virtual reality device called Ultimate Display, which consists of a helmet attached to a computer. The helmet and computers used at the time are so large and heavy that the helmet is hung from the ceiling earring, and the device nickname was Sword of Damocles. Frown. The concept of virtual reality reaches the general public thanks to the science fiction classic. Its aesthetics has marked how the latest virtual reality devices are developed even today. Data Glove and Subrock 3D. Jaron Lanier develops Data Glove gloves with sensors capable of recognizing the movement and position of the fingers. This same year, the Sega company presents the first video game on the market with a stereoscopic image, the Subrock 3D, with glasses and an arcade machine. Sega VR. Sega develops virtual reality glasses that anticipate the format that will end up turning with Oculus and today's glasses. The model was exhibited at various video games fairs, but was never marketed due to various problems, like development of excluded games or health problems. Virtual Boy. Nintendo presents its Virtual Boy virtual reality device. It was only marketed in the US and Japan with every little success with the public. The device needed to be supported on a table. Thanks to the double base it had, so it was uncomfortable. In addition, the few titles developed and the lack of sensors to recognize movements contribute to its failure. The Matrix. The film The Matrix anticipates the new era of virtual reality in a world in which the internet and technological progress are already a reality. Like Tron in the 80s, The Matrix teaches the general public the possibilities that virtual reality will offer in the future. Second Life. This video game offered her user a virtual world in which anything was possible, thanks to the handling of avatars. This simulation became very popular around the world, since people could interact in multiple ways in it, which opened the way to virtual worlds that will be able developed later. Palmer Luckey. Palmer Luckey tries to recover almost 20 years after failed projects. The idea of a virtual reality headset, glasses, so he begins to develop a device that will be the prelude to the famous Oculus Rift. Oculus Rift. Palmer Luckey develops the first prototype of Oculus Rift. Luckey runs a Kickstarter campaign to raise the necessary funding. The campaign was a success and raised at 2.5 million. Later, the giant Facebook made a large outlay to $2,000 million and buoys the entire project and the Oculus company. So for this 2020s, virtual mecha is going to be able to wall the market. It will be a jump to all that we knew before. You are beating monsters in 3D the next year.
The future is here, and it is within your reach. Do not let it pass this time. Okay? You have the opportunity to have another life if you made mistakes in this one. Do you want to be a character in your favorite cartoon or movie? You can be. Do you want to be your own character creation? You can be. You will be that and more because you decide on yourself. It is the time to change the rules. It is time to innovate. It is time to live. Thank you.